Hello, amazing, divine, beautiful soul, and it is such a pleasure to be here with you and to be sharing this all with you. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to Wild Witch Alchemy, where we really do bring magic to life. And I felt it was time to open myself up and open my heart and share the sacred, beautiful wisdoms that I have received throughout my journey to reclaiming my truth, to reclaiming myself and my power and my divinity. And it's just, I feel like in today's world, now more than ever, we're being called to show up in our authenticity and in our truth, and to empower not only ourselves, but empower others to do the same. So I come to you today actually to talk about something that has been really potent throughout my life, and it's evident in today's world where we're going, how necessary it is to bring back this truth and this reclamation of not only of ourselves and our divine temple of our body. So my history is that, I grew up dancing and really committed to that world, and went into the pre-professional studies and really was on that path of expression in my physical vessel, but being completely disconnected from her. And then when I decided to step away from that, I got sick. It was probably for about 9 months, where I literally couldn't move off the couch. And now, having understanding that I do, and looking back, I can see how much my body was telling me it needs rest, because it was forever being pushed and pushed and pushed, and never given that space to heal, to express, and to for me to hear the communication that it was trying to provide me. So it literally forced me to stop and to surrender into her. So that was a really powerful realization. And as I said, at the time, I didn't quite understand it. I didn't have the awareness that I do now. But it's really beautiful when we can look back and go, oh, how divine that the body is such a powerful communicator. And when we can start to utilize her as, and or him, or whichever form that resonates with you, when we start to listen and nurture the community to what is being expressed, rather than suppressing it and containing it and villainizing it and saying, why won't my body do what I want it to? It's asking you to love more. It's asking you to connect more, to hear me, hear what is going on inside you, so that your external reality can become so much more magical. So, after experiencing that stillness, I then went into personal training, and again, I realized how I hadn't integrated or understood what the lesson was, because I went into personal training with the same energy that I was in my dancing years, where it was just like push the body, and if it hurts, it's good, and all that very wounded masculine energy of just pushing until you're exhausted. So then my awakening happened, or I awoke from my sleep, and I went on this incredible journey over the last 6 or so years, where I've been confronted with shedding everything that wasn't serving me, all the patterns, embracing and connecting to the traumas that were creating those patterns, and nurturing them, giving them love, that's all they're asking for. And so I tell you tell you a very short snippet of my story because I realized how powerful and necessary it was to reclaim my body as the divinity and the divine vessel that it is. That my body is only ever communicating to me where I need to show more love to myself and heal those blockages that have come up and have been contained in the body, because our body holds memory. Our body is the memory keeper of our soul. And so when we experience a trauma, and a trauma can be so varying degrees of, our body contains that. If we don't have the understanding or the capacity to let it flow through, our body contains it in its memory and it holds onto it, and then over time it creates this blockage which can come up then as pain, as injury, as disease. And so when we have the understanding that our body isn't the enemy, our body isn't against us, it's with us, it's encouraging us, it's giving us the invitations to connect inward. So we're in a world right now highlighted more than ever this conditioning where we have to look outside of ourselves for the answer. We have to look outside of ourselves for the healing. And that's so not true. That's cutting yourself off from the medicine that lives inward, that lives in you. And when you decide to turn that focus to yourself, you will begin to understand that you don't need anything but self to heal. You know, we really are so much more powerful than we could ever imagine. Our body is an extension of the Divine Mother, of Mother Earth, of Source, of Creator, of creation. So to villainize and to condemn the body is to condemn everything, to condemn creation, to condemn Mother Earth. And we can see that in reality too. Our disconnection with self is represented in our disconnection with Mother Earth and what we've been doing to her over all these years. So we're constantly mirroring what is going on for ourselves in the outside world. So I come to you today to say you are your medicine, and to connect to the body as the divine vessel and expression and play that it is. That is reclaiming your power, of pulling your power from everything that you've plugged in from the outside, plugging it back into your own socket and going, I reclaim my power. I reclaim and I recognize that I am the source of my healing. What does my body need to feel good? What do I need to feel good? And your body will tell you in the way it shows up in an injury. Don't cut yourself off from it and go, oh, you're so annoying, why can't you just function properly? No. Connect into it and go, what are you trying to show me? What do you need me to do to heal you, to let go of you? And sit in that. Let it express itself so that it can express outward and set itself free. Set yourself free. Then we start the joy path of liberation, of no longer allowing our traumas to control us, but our traumas to teach us and to guide us to love, to compassion, to understanding, to forgiveness. That's the journey. That's where the magic is. That's where we bring magic to life. I look around at my life and I look around the world and I just see so much magic. The divine messengers, that everything has its own sacredness. But I wouldn't have been able to see that if I didn't see that in myself, if I didn't turn my gaze inward and go, what do I need to liberate myself so that I can see myself in the most loving, magical, powerful way? So then my eyes can see that in everything else. Because if you don't see that in yourself, how will your eyes know what to see? Your eyes give you the information from the energy and frequency and vibration that you're existing in internally. So if you're carrying so much trauma, which can be showing up as anger, as bitterness, as sadness, as an unwillingness to forgive, to accept, that's guiding you home. That's guiding you back to yourself, to your sovereignty. So I'll ask you, don't look away from it. Let it be your invitation. Without judgment, without criticism, just go, this is showing up for me. Interesting. What is this guiding me to? Ask yourself those questions. And I promise you, your world will change in the most incredible, expansive way you could ever imagine. This is the magic, and this is the journey home. So believe that you are your best medicine, that you don't need anything outside yourself to heal. So I want you all to know how much I'm here supporting you, loving you, and encouraging you to start empowering yourself rather than accepting the disempowering stories that your life has been unfolding from. And we all have them. That's part of this incredible journey, where there's never an end road. So it's finding the joy and the love in the journey and the play in the journey. Realizing that it never ends. We just move, we shift and we move and we evolve and we transition. So I love you all so much, and I'm so excited to begin sharing more with you, to begin sharing my heart with you all. I've kept it pretty close to me for a long time. So I'm excited to open up and to walk alongside you in your journey, because we are all teachers, we are all students, and we never stop learning or growing. And why would you want to? Growing's so much fun. Yeah, absolutely, there are difficult phases where we drop into that dark cave and we don't know which way is out, but it's finding the peace in that and knowing that is just as divine and sacred as feeling in your truth and just feeling clear, clarity, powerful. It's all magical and it's all so worth it. So this is my invitation to you. Make that commitment to yourself. Decide that you deserve to live the most magical life that you could possibly imagine, because you can, and you have everything within you to create that. You are a divine creator, and the universe and source or God or whichever word resonates with you is only here to support you and to work with you to bring these dreams to life, and dreams that you didn't even realize you had, because as humans we have this illusion where there's a limitation, when the universe goes, no, you are limitless and the possibilities are limitless. So I love you all so much. Thank you for being here with me and for making the choice to reclaim your power, to reclaim your magic, and believe that magic exists, because I promise you it does. I love you all so much.